you should have been given your chain, but this is a lot of not leadership at all. You're giving me, like, you go into her room when it's a lot of petty shit going on.
All of these girls want a baddie chain. If a girl do deserve a motherfucking chain, it would be Tavii baby.
Hey y'all, this is your girl Freedom and welcome to my channel. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. And we're back with another episode of Baddies Africa. Check it out.
Oh, Killa. Oh, you own that. You trying to be a killer today? You want that from her, huh? You need that. You gotta have that. You gotta get that. Get it.
And Tavii baby, they're sitting here chopping it up. Big Ivory is just telling her, like, what's going on with you and Elsie. And basically, it's just a whole bunch of lies and stuff like that. Big Ivory, I love her makeup. Definitely clocking the tea. And, you know, she just take Tavii baby back with her to the room. She said she want to help her with her hair and stuff like that. So could go get ready. And then we have Rollie and Scotty with the body. And they're over here just chopping it up, talking about all the commotion and stuff that they heard earlier. So they go over there talking about how while Scotty was getting her hair done, she heard a whole bunch of commotion, came down. And then that's when, you know, you got Elsie over here yelling, saying that Tavii baby wanted a storyline. And do y'all agree? Do you think Tavii baby needed a storyline? I mean, obviously, it's a reality scripted TV show, so I'm pretty sure they all want a storyline. But, you know, it is what it is. But it was cool seeing Scotty and Rollie hang out and stuff like that. And they end up talking to Natalie. And they're basically getting the word that they're going to be going to a winery. So, y'all, what do y'all think about Rollie's confessional look? The blue hair is okay. It's okay. This color on Scotty is okay, too. I just think that it just need a new wig or something like that. But Natalie, is basically telling them that, tell the rest of the girls that they had to go get ready for the winery. Natalie was kind of just like, she don't know. She actually wanted to take all the baddies out. But Rollie was like, nah, you know, we have to get all the baddies. We all got to go together and stuff like that. So they're just about to chop it up and head out to the winery. And Natalie also is discussing with them that they think that somebody deserves a baddies change for the season. And y'all, Fauna is so gorgeous. I love Fauna. She is so pretty. And so they're over here just about to go to the winery, all the girls. And I feel like this is what we need. We need a little bit of classy baddies. So it's like the winery is definitely a vibe. And just to give it to Fauna, the makeup, the hair, the look is tea. Big Lex here looks the F good, okay? She looks the F good. All right, so the girls, they're on the Sprinter, and they just chopping it up. They're on two different buses. You know what I'm saying? So now Rollie is with, like, Kold, Killa, and everybody else. And Elsie is explaining herself to the ops. You feel what I'm saying? She ain't got a storyline. Elsie basically is, like, trying to stick to the whole story, saying that she got jumped. But then the whole thing is that when Tavii baby confronted her, she wasn't making any sense. It wasn't connecting. The dots wasn't connecting. So Elsie is like, to be frank with you guys, I don't have a problem with you. And it's like, come on, girl. Everybody said that you was weird on the bus. Nobody really talked to you like that. And then on top of that, then it was kind of like, and it's not your fault, but I'm just saying that, like, everybody needed a little something or something. But it was like, that whole thing with Tavii and you arguing in front of Russian. Russian even said that you were saying something about the whole Kold Killa with the DAP thing. You said it out your mouth from the last episode. Why are you still talking to our ops? And so therefore, now what I'm thinking is like, because like, you know, we from up top and stuff. So I'm like, okay, like, she just gave her a dab. Like, it's not that serious. But for you to fight over a dap is crazy. You know what I'm saying? And Kold Killa basically telling Elsie, like, oh, like, y'all really wasn't talking about me? Y'all really wasn't talking about me? So she just trying to hear her out. But it's like, come on now. Like, why are you over here telling them, oh, yeah, how people are talking about you? And it just didn't make no sense. I feel like Elsie is a liar. I feel like Tavii definitely used her for the storyline. She definitely wasn't jumped. If she was jumped somewhere in this series, they would show that. I actually posted that on comment on her Elsie's page. And you know, of course she ain't gonna say nothing, but it's like, come on now. So now Elsie basically saying that she don't consider her and Tavii friends anymore. Kold Killa basically said, oh yeah, well, my best friend don't punch me in the face. And she definitely did punch her in the face. She ain't do nothing about it. You know, she isn't the strongest fighter on the show. She definitely said that Tavii wanted the clout. And it's for cameras, but it seemed like everybody's doing that for cameras, so I don't know. And what y'all think about her hairstyle? I think it's very pretty. And Dolly is finally confronted about what was said on the Sprinter, but it's just so funny that Bad Dolly thought that it was Cold Killer. That was the one that said something about it, and it definitely wasn't. It was K Rican. But that's what happens when you talk too much ish about somebody, saying that you fought them. And my whole thing is that Bad Dolly, stand on your square, stand on business. You feel me? And I love DTP, Choco. I love the hair color and stuff like that, but she really doing the most.
Okay. Yeah. So we are gonna go wine tasting. You guys ready? Yeah.
So the girls are going into two separate tables, and it's giving OGs versus new Gs type of energy and stuff like that. But you know, Natalie, she was trying to control the little situation. I think that she really didn't like the little baddie shot o'clock type of thing or whatever. Even though she wanted, it was just weird. Natalie energy in the scene was weird to me. Elsie was looking for a storyline for sure. I like that Pretty P kind of like just chilling a little bit. I think that she probably going to square back up once Summer comes back. But, you know, yeah, Rollie with the blue hair, it's alright. And, you know, DTB and Dolly, they finally confronting each other and stuff like that. You know, DTB just being mature, being like, listen, we don't like each other. She made a diss song about me. She want her song played on the radio. And she's basically like, well, Diamond, you came in and you did swing on me, but I did beat you up. And she said, well, you felt it. And she was like, yeah, I felt it and you felt it too. And you felt it even more. And Dolly definitely tore Diamond up. But Diamond, I love her, and she is a girl's girl. She definitely said that Bad Dolly did her big one last season. She definitely did her big one this season because, you know, she fought round for round when it came to Seki for the reunion. And at the same time, don't forget that when they first fought with the quote-unquote fake storyline with Anna, DTB was the first one, where, as Rollie said, was clout chasing and went over to Bad Dolly and was like, yeah, you know, us brown skin girls gotta stick together and stuff. So it was interesting. You know, Big Lex was like, I'm just seeing them go back and forth, and it was very entertaining. And then you got like Pretty P, Kelsey, K Rican, Tavii baby, everybody up in here just like talking about what's going on. But Cold Killer, I don't know if it's because of the wine. I don't know if they even drank yet, but it was crazy work. Tavii is saying that Elsie had Cold Killer name in her mouth the whole entire time. So now they're arguing back and forth. And Tavii is like, let's be for real. Elsie, did you or did you not say that they jumped you and that's why I defended you? And she was like, oh, I think I didn't say that. And I'm like, Elsie, come on, girl. Make up your mind, girl. And my whole thing is, too, is that who did this to my baby's eye? Like, who did this to Big Lex? It was crazy. Crazy. And so, Bad Dolly, Natalie, and DTV, they talking, and Natalie definitely gagged the girl because I was surprised that she definitely was defending DTB. She was just basically like how she don't see no leadership quality. She expected more, and the fact that she kind of ran up on Diamond was a little weird, and I actually was kind of surprised. But at the same time, it's like, that's cool because Natalie definitely did tell her about the room, and it was like kind of like that whole thing could have been avoided. Yeah, it was messy, but it was like kind of like it wasn't necessarily needed. And I don't know, I feel like because Summer's missing, it's like she trying to replace Summer. But we go back to Cold Killer arguing with Tavii, and it gets crazy. KK, she sat there and she threw a bag at her, but she was being respectful. But at the same time, Cold Killer lied. She said that she never gave her a dap, but she just told her she did dap her. So now it's like, okay, girl, like, you could have said something in the club. You feel me? Like, you're drunk, like, oh, yeah. You did your big one or some shit. Like, it could have been something like, along those lines or whatever the case is. But they said then they put it back on Elsie, and they said, Elsie, did you say that? Elsie over here lying. She like, oh, I think I. So now K Rican's like, oh, she lying. Oh, then Cold Killer come. She smacked the mess out of Elsie. Elsie didn't expect it. She smacked the glasses right into her hair. It was crazy. Fonda was like, no, Cold Killer ate. And she also sat there and was like, cool, you know, like she still gave props to Tavii for being like chill. But Choco, she not feeling it. She like, K Rican, like, I think that from all the energy and stuff like that, K Rican's like, why we the storyline, stuff like that. Now it's like, she over here trying to find her thing. So now then Choco, she went ham. She's like, are you talking to me? Are you talking to me? K Rican, that is the last person you ever should have thought about squaring up with in your life. Full God, y'all, she tore. And y'all, what do y'all think about Choco's confessional look? A lot of people, yeah, it's okay. It's okay, I think. But yeah. The girls, they're still chopping it up with Natalie in the other room. You know, Tavii and them now was getting hyped. She's like, yo, who's the real Cold Killer? And my whole thing is like, it wasn't that serious. But y'all, when it came to them going outside and like squaring up and stuff like that, like Tavii is definitely like, because of being up top, I don't know. I feel like a little bit more aggressive. I kind of felt like Cold Killer was still doing stuff, but at the same time, like she should have squared up because she was doing stuff at her. But then when they went outside and she said, "Oh yeah, something about the children going into the lake, like people are crashing, like how they put," that was crazy. It was Tavii that started that, and then naturally, of course, like if you're a mom and then you're talking about, yeah, I would say the same thing. So, you know, Big Ivory, she effing with Cold Killer, you know what I'm saying? She tinier and stuff like that. And, you know, she just giving her some point of view, like, you know, but Tavii's mouth, I mean, it had to be up. You know what I'm saying? That she turned around and said it was because of Cold Killer, but it's really because she just wanted to square up with her regardless. So Cold Killer said, F your son, don't be talking about my kids. But you know what I'm saying? But she still was doing her thing or whatever, but it was crazy. Tavii definitely could have did a little bit more damage considering that she definitely is bigger than Cold Killer. But she did not start that. But she went round for round. And who y'all felt like won, but, you know, Cold Killer, you know, I still like Cold Killer and stuff like that. And, you know, when you over here fighting somebody and somebody talking mess, you know what I'm saying, people just say stuff. So, hey, but she did her thing. But she was kicking, but Tavii did get her, though. And my thing was that the fact that she fought up and then Ivory held her in a headlock for so long, she already had gotten let go of and gotten Cold Killer. So then my whole thing is that why Tavii didn't give that same energy back to Big Ivory, you feel me? But then she would have got jumped by the whole house because at this point, like, it was too many things. It was like the chain. It was like the jealousy of like her getting, it was just a lot. But I still love Ivory, but it was like very biased. But it was just like one minute you was definitely like, you know, telling her to come in the room, do her hair and stuff like that. The next minute you sitting here, you know, got her in the chokehold. I was just like, where we doing this at? Where we doing this? And the wine is hitting. Big Lex is like, oh my God, the girls is fighting. She runs across. She over here. She want to see all the smoke. Natalie was like, oh my God, I need my bottle to go, guys. I need my bottle to go. Russian Cream is about to get socked. But it was so funny because Rican is like, she went around with, and it hit her with Ivory in the middle. Ivory is like, yo, what are you doing? Why you put hands on me? But at least they fought the fair fate or whatever the case is. Rican, she did a little bit better or whatever the case is. But that round that she had with Choco was like, damn, Choco whooped her ass. But Fonda's that girl. Fonda was like, this is my girl. Cold Killer, she tired right now. Tavii saying that, oh, she don't want to fight. So now, you know, they squaring up. As you can see, Fonda is still that girl. She's still that, she's so pretty. I love Fonda. Fonda's my favorite. And she like, yo, hey, what up? And then Tavi's like, hey, yo, what up? And Big Ivory keep acting like she like Tavii, but then it's like, now it's like they kind of turned on her and stuff like that. And even this other scene, Big Ivory holding her back against Cold Killer. And it's like, yeah, like, but it didn't have to be so many rounds. But at the same time, it's not really fair, but the aggression, but it's like at the same time, it's like they're still shooting the fair one. You feel what I mean? So it's like, I don't know. I just felt like she didn't have to like be the bodyguard and the security, but you know, I still love you, Big Ivory. And then we got LCK versus Rican, and they're squaring up. And as you can see, they were just hugging each other and stuff like that. Bad Dolly was like, this wasn't even worth us even watching to fight. But the girls are sitting here just still squabbling up. So at this point,
Bitches
Choco
wanna
already
talk
takes
shit.
her own wig off.
Bitches
You feel
crashing
me?
out.
And
Literally crashing
it was
their
up.
car until
She
fucking
just
late
out there
with
kept
their kid in
going
it. Are
in.
you
1,
shitting me?
2,
Bitch,
3,
you're
4,
crazy.
5, 6,
You're
7.
crazy.
What you mean? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Up on K, Rican. Like she had a beat. She's out beat her up like she had the sense in her, and it was like so crazy. She really did whoop her ass. I'm like, damn, girl. I felt so. K Rican was just like swimming, like she like threw herself right into her, just like dang, and it was terrible. She tore her up. She tore her up, and I'm like, all right. You got that. You got that, African queen. You got that. And as you can see by the face expression, Ivory, Diamond, Tavii, she got Elsie wig. She like, Natalie is like, girl, that's how Choco's fighting, girl. DTP, you gotta get up out that room. And Diamond is like, girl, you better stop giving her no ideas to fight me on the grass, bitch. I don't want none of that smoke. And that was funny because she will tear DTB up. She already did, but it's just like, not tonight. She didn't want that tonight. But I like Diamond's outfit, but yo, it was crazy. Now they about to give out this chain.
Go ahead and get that chain away.
Who y'all think deserves the chain?
Feel with her, or you good?
I want you to fuck her up.
What the fuck?
I love a real baddie with a real heart. And Fauna, you're that girl.
Killa going round for
Yeah,
round. My
yeah.
bitch is tired,
And
but
then-
Killa wants to keep fighting. I'm like, tag me in. Tavii, come on, I need that. My friend tired. She not fighting no more. My friend feels some type of way about y'all fight. We got run it.
Tavii, you know, she's still popping her mess. And it's like, I want to love Tavii. It's just the fact that she came off to me a little too strong. She did not take her advice. Like she said in the beginning, she said, y'all could be friends today, not friends tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? And it was just like, come on now. Like, girl, you did not need to do that. But she said things, she squared up. You know what I mean? Killa, she sat there and fought her. She kept kazerk. You know what I'm saying? She kept trying to kick her and stuff like that. But Tavii, she got her though. And like I said, I mean, it was a lot, honestly, because I felt like, but as y'all seen the clip, she started it and Killa finished it. And Scotty is like, these girls can never go nowhere. And, you know, Killa, she just speaking her truth, like, y'all don't really want to get to know us. Natalie was like, y'all doing y'all big ones, but Natalie really isn't talking to, like, the new girls as much. Honestly, it's a little different. But it is a little weird and interesting, but at the same time, it's like, you know, it is what it is. Like, can't make nobody be friends with anybody. At the end of the day, we already know Natalie ain't friends to no T. She is the CEO Baddies. You know what I'm saying? But Killa still stood on business. Everybody still stood on business. And they're going to be on their way to the next city. And Natalie, she's like, okay, it's officially time to give out this baddie chain. I definitely love DTB and Ivory's relationship. And it was a slap in the face to Bad Dolly, considering that she definitely did fight Taseki. She definitely did do a big one. She been fighting, standing on squares. But I guess with all of the fighting and with Killa ducking her, everybody pulling on her, Natalie decided to give her the chain. Yo, Rollie with the guac 3000 was crazy. And like I said, this is a Killa and DTB again setup. But I hope you like this content. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thank you for tuning in. Love you. Peace.